Police arrest senior pastor, uncover live python, casket buried under church altar. Then go attach the photo. I say, why police go arrest the man? Wetin the man do? Wetin the man do? The man don't do anything. He no kpai person. I be kpai person. No. Police, why not go arrest that kind of person? If you come to a Jenny, the man tried to do business. That is what he tried to do. So that business can move. Customers, plenty customers can come. Market sellers, they do it. They will bury something. Waiting they bury, we no know. So that customers can be coming into their shop. Waiting the man do. He bury python, He bury casket, He come bury picture of members. Now that one good self. It sweets me well. As he bury their picture inside the altar. The man must have offended somebody. Because he's not the only one doing it. And it's there are many of them. There was a time one was exposed. That person don't pass away. They say a pregnant woman, that one bury. Then say, allegedly. Allegedly. And the way that church really boomed that time, it caused for questioning. I think I was in my early 30s or late 20s when that church started. Under 1 year, be 2 years now, so crowd, serious crowd. They say that particular pastor, say a person will get belle, we never buy, then bury, they do the work. Until now, as the man buy, crowd are still falling upon themselves inside the church. Till now. When the man was alive, when he's preaching like this, and rubbish and nonsense they always preach. And you wonder what people are waiting, what they are listening to inside that church. Me, they say they bury head. They bury picture. Now picture Pastor Perry now. You know why person? He bury picture. The picture of the sacrificial. Those are the sacrificial ram. Kopamo now. He buy them. He don't buy them. He just tie them down. They go nowhere. They can never move. Now you go tell them how far they can move. What did the man do? Where police arrest him. Then say the senior pastor of the God Deliverance Apostolic Church in Port Harcourt has been arrested following the shocking discovery of a live python and a casket buried beneath the church altar. The unsettling find has sparked significant public concern and raised questions about the church practices. The arrest followed an anonymous tip-off that led the authority to go investigate the church, which is known for its controversial healing rituals. Upon searching the premises, police uncovered a live python. Well, we didn't see the picture of the python, no. We only saw that the church was, they destroyed the church and they dig some ground. And we saw, so of course, we saw a lot of pictures. We saw some items, a lot of things inside the church. So they said police uncovered the live python hidden under the altar, an object linked to spiritual ceremonies in certain African traditions. Alongside the snake, a wooden casket was found. These are the pictures. Go and look at the video I posted before this one. You will see how they destroyed the church and the pictures of people. This is the church. So you will see that the video is there. I posted it before this one. So, you know, they saw a lot of things inside here. And according to what we saw on the news, so they said the arrest followed an anonymous tip-off that led the authorities to go and do what they did. And they said the man was arrested. But my question is, why arrest the man? For what? Why arrest the man? For what? Why they arrest him? What did he do? Just few months ago, less than about 3 or 4 months ago, the same thing happened. I can't remember the venue now. I mean the place now. Nigeria as well. But I can't remember the states. That they busted another pastor and the church and what is inside. You know what? These pastors have mentors. They have people they know. They know what most of your GOs and bishop and what have you. They know what they have done. Some of these people, they are, look, the people that know the secrets of all these pastors are bricklayers and carpenter. Now them know their secrets. You know why? Now them, they help them bury things when they have to do it. Now them go help them dig ground. and they will pay them. The person that exposed the other pastor I was talking of was one of a worker that worked in that building that exposed him that time, and said a pregnant woman that was alive was buried alive. Some, they will say it is cow head they should bury inside the place. The more maggot that comes out, I don't know which kind juju then they do. I don't know who they do the juju for them. The more they will tell them, the more maggot that comes out of the cow. Some will bury a whole cow alive, not dead though, alive. And probably, definitely, they will have some other things and incantation and blah blah blah. I don't know how they do it, and they will bury it. And they will say the maggot that will be coming out, the more maggots that will be coming out from the dead something, the more customers they will get. Now I said, no wonder they always ask people, come to the altar, touch the altar. If you touch the altar, your life will never be the same again. Which day was I joking with somebody? I said, I am glad that in those days, when they are saying they want to lay hands on people, I know they agree. I know they like them. Lay hands on people, I know they agree. I know they like them. Make people, they put hand for my head. I say many of these people, we don't know the kind of incision they will have on their head, on their hand. The kind of incision or whatever they have rubbed their hand with. And they will say they are praying for you. And they will be putting their hand on your head. I think it was about 2 cases that happened late last year. All these people, now you call them pastor. Now you call them pastor. Now they call them man of God. They know themselves. They know what they belong to. Have you ever looked at why a particular one of your pastors, your bishop, he must appear in white when he has to do special programs? He must appear in white and red. You think it is ordinary? Abi, you think say juju no still there for that country. Correct one still there where he did, but you know plenty again like before. Apart from the fact that they use manipulation, they use brainwashing, they use 48 laws of power. Apart from all that, you think say for somebody to mo fẹ́ block èèyàn kan bọ̀ mo fẹ́ wo àwọn comment ẹ̀ kí n tó block ẹ̀. If anybody is stressing you there, jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ kí n block èmi ò ka comment anyway. Ajá tó máa sọnù lọ́rọ̀ yín kò lè gbọ́ fèrè ọdẹ. They are men of God. Now God called them. I'm not saying God did not call them. Shebi, you were there when God called them. You were there. You need me to? Now God called them. I don't tell you, say no, God no call them. You want to wonder why one man will gather millions of people all over the world and be controlling their lives. Now I ain't go tell them when to chop. Now I ain't go tell them when not to chop. Now I ain't go tell them how to spend their money. Now I ain't go tell them the days that is for him. And nobody will question. In fact, to question them, you will question them with fear. Who go translate some Yoruba for me now? Some people say don't speak Yoruba, but there are some things I have to say in Yoruba. Aworo, Iṣẹ́ aworo, Iṣẹ́ ẹrù, Iṣẹ́ agbára. Who go help me translate to them? Who wants to help me to translate Iṣẹ́ ẹrù, Iṣẹ́ agbára, àti Iṣẹ́ aworo? One of your pastors, that your pastor, where he dey always call fire down. He was exposed last year. Even as he was exposed, many of you were still fighting it. You were fighting it. Anyone that is trying to bring the man of God down, God will bring you down. Anyone that is taking a command of God, God will deal with you. Crowd puller, thank you. His a chief security officer was found where he came to do Otumoko for him. Now that one caused wahala, where they lock people up for 9 years because they were caught like this, red-handed. Not as if them say. Red-handed. He jammed one of the junior pastor for the place. Ujuba Kojukoro. Waiting you can't find here. Waiting they won't come do here. They say now here they collect the juju where they will use to do the job they are doing. I remember I used to have an uncle. I think he's late now. It's been long I heard from him. He's an alpha. He called me one day. He said, you. Then I was still so deep inside religion. He said, you people, you say you keep deceiving yourselves. I say, how, sir? He said, Mugba Jesu. I say, yes. He said, I know pity your life. But don't allow them to put hand on your head, though. I said, why, daddy? He said, are we not the one doing work for them? I said, what sort of work? He said, oh, so you think those people are just standing talking to you people? I said, what else? He said, Joko Bemodin share. Decades ago. Now, it is looking like it. Because if not, somebody has been collecting people's money for decades. And you are still telling them the same thing year in, year out. And their lives, nothing change. The country, things are not getting better. Then where is the power they are professing to have? All the prayers. If any pastor is telling you that it is prayer that is working in his life, you must be the greatest woman of this century. If any pastor is telling you that his blessing is coming from his prayers, you are the greatest mumu. You know why? If it is his blessing that is blessed, if it is his prayer that is working for him, then that same prayer should work in your life. That same prayer should put you in a pedestal. On a pedestal close to him, if not very close. The pedestal you should stand on it shouldn't be too high. If it is by the prayers they tell you to pray. Because you pray more than your pastors, I'm sure you know. The prayer you pray is more than the prayer your pastors pray you. Your demand is different from your pastor's demand. It is when your pastors are looking for crowd that they pray. When they are just starting newly, they have to be an example for you to follow. So they can come out publicly and in the church and they will tell you we are praying and you will see him sweating. That will be when probably what he has as a chair is bench. That is how all of them start. They started by doing bench in one small place. The place will not even have a roof. After service, they will pack all the bench and put it aside. Those were the days of hustling. They will put the benches aside until the next service. And you will see, even before you get to church, your pastor is already there. In those days, I am not, even some of them, till now, the new ones that are coming up. In those days, I'm not talking about the new ones. In those days, those your papa in the Lord that you are seeing today. So they will carry the benches and put it aside. Before you come, your pastor is already there. And he will tell you he was seeking the face of the Holy Spirit concerning the day's service. When you sit down, the service now starts. By the time you start contributing money, and the pastor, people start, that is why they emphasize on evangelism. Evangelism is marketing. Go and help me to bring more customers. Go and help me to bring more mumu. Go and help me to bring more people that will give me money. The more people you bring, the more money for them. But we didn't know in those days when they would tell us we should go for evangelism and we'll go knocking on people's door. Come and join our church. Even some of us don't go knocking. We will tell people that we know, come, that's pastor, that's our general overseer, the man, God is using him, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately for us at that time, we didn't know that life is all about ups and downs. And whatever we are facing at that time, we attribute it to one wish. Saying that one wish, they do us. You know, in those days, and some people still believe that rubbish till now, that one generational curse. That was when they started generational curse. Generational this thing. Village curse. You know, I can't remember all their slogan. Somebody was telling me she can't even quote the Bible. Because I don't open it again. I've blanked my mind about it. Open the Bible and read the words. Something that King James writes. Something where we say, so most of the verses are even contradictory. What should I be reading there? I don't read it. I've told you times without number. As me and religion, we are like this now. We are not together anymore. And we can never be together till I die. So, gradually, when the money starts coming, pastor will put pan. After he puts pan, money starts coming. It will start mounting block. Before you know it, the church will be big. And you, that you are the member, your own life is not moving at the same pace. Pastor's life is moving. Because pastor, they collect multiple income. And as at that time, pastor, they pray well. To show you, say na prayer. In go they take and deceive you, say na by prayer. That's why they pray a lot when they are just starting. You will see pastor, 5 a.m. He don't enter church to pray. By 5 a.m. in don't dey church to start prayer. Before you will come, before anybody reach. They are always praying very well that time. Today, go and ask them. If they tell you they are praying, it is when they gather you, they will not pretend like they are praying. No. The stage they are not praying anymore. And that is how are you spirits? If you believe they are praying the kind of prayer they were praying 20, 30 years ago, then you are deceiving yourself. Now you get need in your life. Now you still a struggle in your life. Now you know money never reach. Your pastor's money is over too much. And your pastors know that when he's sick, now doctor he go meet. When he pikin sick, now doctor he go meet. Some of them have special need children. You cannot ask why they can't come to think of it. Shebe nature is doing a special need children miracle. One of his godfather has a special need child. Why can't he go and work on that child? Why can't he go and work on the child? And use the same power to work on that child. His godfather has a special need child. And these are the people that are waking up my body for you. These are the people that will tell you, all I do, Kai. How did those pastors do those magic? They now brainwash everybody to believe everything they say. Meanwhile, what is inside their closets that they are dealing with? Some of them, they have addicts. So, pikin wey don't chop something. Wey don't prayer no sort that one out. Some of them, their children, they rehab. Their children somewhere, they rehab. Where they take serious money to take care of. Why prayer no heal the pikin? So if you think your pastors are praying, you are deceiving yourselves. You are doing what? You are deceiving yourself. As your pastor, their own is to use money to sort out things. As then if they are sick, they have the money to travel out. That is when they will tell you they have a special program outside the country. Once they come, they go and take the necessary treatments, the necessary checkup. Some of them will come and do surgery. One of them is going to do birthday of Christian very soon. His church is in Abuja. Many people did not know he was in Manchester for a long time. He went through surgery in Manchester. Why they not do miracle for that man? The young man is going to do birthday very soon. Why they not do miracle for him when he was sick? By the time he came out, You all saw him looking very lean. And unfortunately, I tell you, say you people can lie. It is this your lie, the way you lie, hiding stuff. If Oyinbo sick, Oyinbo will stand in front of the church and they will tell the church and say, the pastor, maybe the wife is not funny, is the one that is not feeling okay, or the husband. The husband will say, we want to let you know, we have been dealing with so in our life. My wife was diagnosed of cancer. We have been going through treatment. We are asking you to pray for us at these trying times. They will not even say pray for the sickness. They will say pray for us at these trying times. Pray for our family at these trying times. They will come out and they will say it. But Nigerian pastor will tell you they know they fall sick because they have lied so much. When they are now sick, they will hide it. That particular pastor, they hide his sickness for a long time. When I said it, people said I was lying. I keep quiet. I said, this is what I had concerning one of your pastors. That was 2 years ago. I said, you know where, hello? He did hospital. And you know what? They were streaming his show on social media spaces. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. They were streaming his shows like live stream. Recorded shows that they have done in the past. They were now restreaming it as live streaming. Not only that, there's another pastor. That one is in jail now. Up till now, they are still streaming his shows as live stream. Like as if it was the one, it is a recent video. The way you are looking at me now. They are streaming the video as live till his videos as live till now. And I'm even seeing updates on his pages. Bishop Lagbaja Tamedu. They will now write some quotes. And you will see people saying amen, amen, amen under the video, under the post and the video. I will just look at our campus and say, these people, they are something else. It's like they love to be lied to. They love to be lied to. If your pastors are not praying, you know, if you think the kind of prayer you are praying is what they are praying, no. In fact, for all you care, your pastor might wake up and the next thing is carrying a cup of coffee with better mug, where they are expensive, not ordinary mug, you. Maybe mug that is designer, that they shop when they travel without your knowledge. And him and the wife will put their legs up. While you are sweating out there, they are watching the latest news so that they can use it to harass you and say, God said, this is what God said. God showed me. God told me the clinical, because they have access to the news before you. It is Stephen, how are you? And they will tell you that is what God said. Or maybe they have had some information because they are close to people in power. Or better wine, thank you. Alcoholic wine that will calm them down. I have told of one particular one. This particular one is in Iju Road. This one we catch them red-handed with alcohol. He jam our car. Now he say make we come. Say make we come. Oh. He was drunk in the night when he jammed our car. So we wanted to make sure. We say, no, I'm a reputable man. I'm the pastor of so church. I've forgotten the name of the church now. It's on Iju Road. Very big, along Iju Road, towards Agege area. He now gave us his card. You know, he said we should come to the office the second day. That was when we knew that he was a pastor. Pastor Lomonti Yobai. And he was drunk. He was drunk. So we went to his office the second day. When we got there, we met him and another pastor. What's the name of the pastor? Onomole. Nagidingbi Road. Close to Omole. That pastor is always having Wednesday program. Kilo look pastor again. Oh, Ash. What's the name of this pastor again? It's the church is in very close to Omole. The pastor is always having a lot of crowd on every Wednesday, causing traffic. Clam or something. So, alcohol is not a sin. Alcohol is not a sin. So we met both of them. We met him in the man's office. And we saw this wine The wine is a wine we know very well. And no, not Bakari. The church is Clam. I can't remember the name of the pastor anymore. And we saw the pastor there. This particular Clam pastor, I know that one not very well because I used to go for his program then. So we saw both of them gisting. That was around 10, 11 a.m. We met them. It was the other guy that was drinking beer, that particular pastor that was drunk a night before. He was the one drinking. Yes, Clam. No, not Femi. His name is not Femi. Wole, Pastor Wole Oladinyo. He's not the one drinking, no. He's the other pastor that was drinking. The other pastor, his own church is on Iju Road. I can't remember the name of that particular church anymore. I don't even know. I can't remember his name. On the major road, on Iju Road, towards Agege, the church is very big. The church got burnt sometimes ago. For people who are very familiar with Oladinyo Wole is a friend. Wole Oladinyo is a friend to this pastor. The pastor's church is on Iju Road. The church got burnt sometimes ago, but they rebuilt it again. Alcohol is not a sin. Okay? Alcohol is not a sin. But I'm just trying to tell you that what you think your pastors are holy, they are living their lives to the fullest. Their children are living their lives to the fullest. In fact, what some of their children are doing, you will be shocked. Some of their children have tattoo on their body. Because remember, most of their children, if not all of them, are schooling abroad. And remember, the way they are training their children is not the way you are training your children. If you send your children come abroad, you will tell your children to still be working. But so that your children can help in payment of the school fees or some other expenses. But their parents are paying all the school fees. They don't even have to work. So all their children need to do is to read. In the process, they will give them enough allowance too. And the enough allowance, they will move with some children. So don't be surprised when you see some of your pastors, they are children, but they know how to package them. Many of them have been involved in, there is a particular one. The reason why he was not giving paper abroad. Tattoo is not a sin. Yes, it's not a sin. But you know their fathers made it, they told us it was a sin. One of them, the reason why one of them, the son could not get paper here was because the boy was involved in a DRUG at a point when he was schooling here. Okay? And you know once you are involved in that kind of a thing, already you have spoiled your papers, kind of. What they will call and tell you sin. Now they take collect their own paper too. You said, how is tattoo not a sin? How is tattoo a sin? Can you tell me what makes you think tattoo is a sin? What is a sin? Can you define sin? Let me leave my phone open. Can you people call in? Come and tell me what is a sin. What is the definition of sin? Call me on this number. Call me on this number. What is the number you see? If I low major number me. Hold on. I don't want to use my major number. Oh yeah. Call in and tell me what a sin is. +1 240 351 9287. Can you call in and tell me what is sin? Don't quote Bible for me. Tell me what is sin. Define sin for me. Define sin for me. Let us take it from there. I want to do question and answer. Oh yeah. I'm not fighting you guys. Call me. Let me ask you 1 or 2 questions. Come and tell me. Let's do question and answer. What is your definition of sin? What is your definition of sin? What is sin? Emma Salo. Emma Salo. I want you to send the video you go. Oh. You see this my number. This my 240-351-9287. Okay, the number is +1 240-351-9287. But when you go to Salo, no, call me. Call me. so I can ask you questions. Somebody said, sin is when you have knowledge of God to live holy and you shaking it and you what? And you want. No, I didn't get that. Sin is a fault against morality. Disobedience in terms of defining a sacred body. Your answers are not even the same thing. You see? Christ has redeemed us from the laws of Moses. So our grandmothers in the village that used to have tattoos are committing sin. Tell me what is sin. You guys know how to run from questions. Man, from questions gone. You tell me what is sin. Okay, you're continuing. What is sin? Tell me what is sin. Your definition of sin. Oh yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Loud.
Good morning. My own definition of sin is when you call yourself what you are not. When you are pretending to people and you are doing something else behind closed door. Not necessarily you killing somebody, you buying somebody, or you doing some immorality.
Okay, can I ask you a question? By doing that, have you hurt anybody? Are you hurting anyone by doing that?
Yes, you have, because other people are seeing you as their role model. They are looking up to you.
Okay.
Whereby you are deceiving them. That's deceit. Deceit is number one sin. God did not call you. We don't know the phone number where God called you from. And you are telling people you are sick, you are covering it.
Okay, the people they are talking to, hold on, Auntie. The people that they are telling something and they are doing opposite. Those people don't have their own brain to think.
Yeah,
I can pretend I can go out there now and pretend I don't want to talk. I'm a quiet person. And I come inside my house and I start talking. That's what I want you to say about me. How has that become a sin?
It's a sin because these people believe in you. If you decided to be quiet, that's your own personal.
That is their own problem for them to believe in me. Somebody said going against God's law. What is God's law?
What is God's law?
What is God's law?
What is God's law? They make people believe.
Somebody said a sin is an action, feeling, or a thought that is considered immoral or goes against God's law. What is God's law?
You go to Babalawo to collect Otumeko, and you are making people believe it's God that is doing it. That is a sin. You collect people's money and you don't give it back to them. You enrich yourself from other people's sweats who are poor. That is a sin. You are robbing them. You are robbing wood. That is a sin.
Really?
Yes, it's a sin.
Okay.
The pastors are the one committing immorality and sin, making people follow them sheepishly.
Somebody says sin is.
Those people following them sheepishly too, I would say they are committing sin against their own self because they have brain and they do not use their brain. The brain becomes shallow like a fish brain. Thank you.
Thank you. Somebody said, Eshima. Somebody says, so people who believe in God, sin is disobedience. Somebody said God's law is love your neighbor as yourself. How are you sure it was God's law? My spin in you gonna loss on you. My spin in you. And he said, I think they will stress you. Where are you going to start from? Okay. Sin is when you are hurting people intentionally. Do not cut your bodies or the dead or put tattoo marks on yourselves. The Oyibo that wrote that same Bible, are they not the one that invented the same tattoo? Why did they invent tattoo? Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not kill, deceive, and all the 10 commandments. So, deception is a sin because some people are vulnerable individuals. Level of vulnerability differs. Are you sure these 10 commandments you read out? Are you sure it was God? Can somebody call in? All of you that you know more than us, okay? We are learning now. We are not fighting each other. I want somebody to call you that you know and you are sure that 10 commandments, say na God write am. Can somebody call in? Some of you that come and tell us the assurance that 10 commandments, so that it is God that wrote it. And why he has to write it in a certain language. Can somebody call in? Somebody say, Auntie, those in jail, can you please give a name to what they have done to get them into jail? That is crime. They committed crime. They committed crime. What our people call sin most times are crime. You steal. Stealing is a crime. All the what you call most times, all these 10 commandment thing that you call, they are crimes. And that is why it doesn't have a place here. Elina Kimolanyo, Rapture. Any suru. Again, block it, Dambi. Any suru, you move block in your con. Rí buru, ń pè é. Lè má ṣòṣì yín. Tán bá ti wá ká yín, tán béèrè logical questions, ẹ sọ dé èbú. Tán bá ti béèrè logical questions, ó máa di èbú straight ni. Question la béèrè. Question la béèrè. What is a sin? Who wrote the Bible? How are you sure it was God that had those commandments? Stealing is crime. It is not a sin. What you call a sin, most times are crimes. Ẹjọ́ oní tí ó sá lẹ́yìn yẹn sá lọ mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ ni. Okay, ẹ jẹ́ n wá orúkọ ẹ̀ jáde ń gbà yín. Mo ní láti block ẹ̀. Mi ò ráyè òṣì fún àwọn tán rí wọn bá burú. Ó di gbére. Good. Gbogbo profile méjèèjì ní Facebook ti bá mi block. So o lè padà wá. Once they ask you logical question báyìí, èébú bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ara ti mama kan yín. Jàmú tún tẹnu mọ́ money, we are not fighting. We are playing today. We want to learn from each other. Since you know what we don't know, call in and tell us what is a sin. What makes a sin a sin? What makes you think it is a sin? What makes you qualify it as a sin? Nǹkan tí mò ń béèrè nìyẹn. A woman just calling. She said deceiving people is a sin. And I said, then you tell me, tó bá sọ pé irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, what is the price to pay for it for somebody deceiving for somebody? Ẹni tó ń deceive lórí ẹ̀ ò pé ní o use brain ẹ̀. Yes, some people are vulnerable, but there are still some things they will still tell you if you have this your brain to use. When you say somebody is vulnerable people most times are people that are minors, people that are handicapped, people that are old. What you call a sin is a crime in our own society. And that is why when you go, everything they wrote in that Bible that they call a sin, they are doing it. That you consider to be a sin, they are doing it. Òyìnbó ló ní tattoo. Our forefathers were not. Our forefathers, they used to do tattoo before religion came. My great-great-great-grandparents, Olúbùnmi Abóyèwá said it is God that wrote the Bible and he gave it to Moses on Mount Sinai. Ló bá parí. Somebody said sin is an action. I think somebody wrote it before. Or thoughts or feeling that goes against God's standards or religious or moral law. Okay, now let me now take it. You said it goes against God's moral and God's law. In the Catholic setting, they are accepting and embracing agege. But to you, you will say agege is a sin. Why is it now being embraced in the Christian fold? Either you like it or not, they are Christians. Abi wọ́n ṣe Christian no? Wọ́n ṣe Christian. Way of life is what you are qualifying. Way of life and choice to life is what you people are calling sin. It is not sin. Ways of life, choice to life. And that is why the people that gave you the Bible, they have choice to life and they allow people to live choice to life. Knowing whatever they do, the repercussion is on them. Kò sí price kankan tó fẹ́ pay. God bless you, Ngozi. Ngozi Egumba said, if tattoo is a sin, then tribal mark is a sin. Ear piercing is a sin. Tó bá jẹ́ argument yẹn lẹ fẹ́ mú lọ. Bimbola, any eyewitness that was with Moses on the mountain. Whoever by the page. By the time you start asking some questions, you go laugh tire. Because they do it too. They don't know. They don't know. And once you start to ask too many questions, they will start being insultive. The Catholic Church is godless. Catholic Church, it open the church, godless. So which one is godful? Somebody said Catholic Church. What is the name of the person? Moon Song. You say Catholic Church is godless. So which church is godful? Which church is godful? Somebody said the Bible was written by a woman, but God is considered the primary author. When you say somebody is an author of something, any yellow calling, because he inspired the writers. Oh, he inspired the writers to write what they wrote, even the errors too. Okay. Akinola Moses, that was the question I just asked. Somebody said, how about gay in Catholic? Somebody said Catholics are not Christians. Somebody just said it on YouTube now. And Catholic has the highest follower in the world when it comes to Christendom. So who among all the churches, since you say Catholics are godless, the rest of the church, which one among them is godful? If Catholic is godless, I'm not arguing it with you. Ibẹ̀ láti rí kíní, ibẹ̀ láti rí àwọn tó máa ní kó má báyọ̀ sùn, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń bímọ jọ, secretly. And they are the most reverend church in the world. Catholic is the one driving Christianity. But you are saying Catholics are not Christians again. They are godless. So nobody can come to explain what is a sin to us. I think we should be doing most of this question and answer season. I said, what is a sin? Call me if you are sure you know what you are saying. Call me and define sin. Then I will ask you some other questions. Some people say sin is doing what does not please God. How do you know? What is that thing that you are doing that does not please God? Can you give me an example of what you are doing that doesn't please God? Can you give me one example of that thing that you think you're doing that does not please God? Then I want to ask you, adultery is a sin. A sin against who? Against the person that has the wife. Remember, marriage is not God long sort of marriage. It is we people that decide I want to marry. And that is why we have some people that will decide they don't want to marry. Marriage is you satisfying yourself, satisfying your desire, satisfying the law of reproduction. It is about you, and that is why some people can say they don't want to marry. If your wife, they now care why your wife, the wife has not sinned against God. The person has sinned against you as the partner, not against God. It is against you. Google definition on Olomuwa for me. We will actually be deeper questions and they cannot answer. It is a sin against you as the partner, not against God, though. That person has done you bad, not God. Because now you get wife, no be God get wife. If now husband, now you get husband, no be God get husband. That is moral value. It's got nothing to do with God, though. Can you deceive Arani? If that is the case, why to get me I want to commit adultery in the Bible? They are even the people that they say they are after God's heart. So what do you call a sin? It is not a sin. It is offending your partner. Why not leave my page? Goodness to Chuku. Why not just leave? Let me help you. I didn't call you. If you're doing okay with what I'm doing, you don't have to follow or listen to me. I see pages on social media. If I don't agree with what they do on that page, I don't follow. I don't even watch. I don't even click. Or if I click and watch, I just go. If you see me comment on a page, it's because I know what that person is doing. I just go. Or if I feel there is an injustice going on and I see a video, then I comment. I say, no, this is not right. You waka pass. They know I know use nail. Shook your nyash for my page. Abi I put gum. We ask you a question. None of you has been able to call in. I would have preferred that calling in so that I can drill you well. But nobody is ready to call. Anyway, guys. So now I touch one of the pastors who and touch them. Olubumi Aboyewa said, Cain killed his brother because sacrifice made to God. And does that make sense to you too? Then, if that is the case, àwọn ọmọ ṣe ń pa àwọn èèyàn lógún kọ́, tó ń ṣe ń pa àwọn èèyàn, tó ń pa wọ́n lójoojúmọ́. Àbí ẹ̀rú ogun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. I can't say some things in English, sorry. Because of community standard. Ẹ̀rú ogun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tó ń pa àwọn èèyàn. Oyinbo is quick to carry shakabula and be doing pupupupupu to clear people. Aunty Adunni, what is sin? Sin. To me, sin does not exist as far as I'm concerned. Sin does not exist. The day I got to know and got to accept and face the reality that the Bible was written by man. It was put together by man for a reason best known to them, best known to some of us. Since then, I know there's nothing called sin. Crime is crime. Okay? Because there's no fire anywhere. Crime is crime. And that is why when you commit adultery here, they know they pay person for that one. They will tell you to leave that partner. Now them bring us all these things. Now them bring them to us. What they call adultery is like somebody married to somebody and that person now went to carry with somebody. You call it a sin. In their own law, it's one of their laws whereby if a woman commits adultery, or a man commits adultery, they will tell you go and divorce. They know there is no punishment for it other than go and divorce the person if you want to, and that person will pay you damages for whatever you suffer if she wants to sue you for damages. What other thing? Thou shalt not steal. If you steal, stealing is a crime. Oh yeah, let us be counting the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not steal. Stealing is a crime. Thou shalt not buy person. It is a crime. Remind me, because you don't pay. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not covet what belongs to another person. Is that a sin? It's not a crime. That one is not even a crime. It's not even a sin. As long as you don't injure person, you know, pay person. Crime is crime. There is nothing called sin. Oyinbo coined that thing for people to start feeling guilty. They coined it. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Mutiso, atisoyen. If you commit adultery, you are doing it against your partner. Partner, you offend. Thou shalt not lie. Who lie pass? Even your Igbo will carry this thing give us. Not be them they lie pass. Gege. The person who writes the Bible, him be a gege person. Somebody said, bear false witness. If you bear false witness for Igbo, then catch you, you will go to jail. There is a price, it is a crime. That is why I said most of the things you call sin in the Bible is not sin. They are crime and there are penalties for it. Here or not. It is in our own place. There is no penalty for it. We will call it a sin. That they will say they have sinned against God. All our governors, all our leaders in Nigeria, are they not bearing false witness? They will come and hold the Bible and say they are swearing to uphold the constitution of the country, to do this for the country. At the end of the day, they do the opposite. Here, when you do the same thing here, you do any crime, you steal or whatever, they throw you into jail. Oh yeah, which other one? Respect your parents and respect your father and mother so that your days will be long. Is that the one you are trying to say? That one, ordinarily, that is not a crime too. You know why? Automatically, when parents do well for pikin go love them. Those are part of the things they use in creating fears. And we in Africa, we embrace it. We embrace it and we use it manipulatively. And that is why we have high rate of abuse in our society. Remember, even in that same Bible, towards the end, in the New Testament, it said, parents, do not provoke your children to anger. But we will not read everything. We will take one portion and we are using it. What you call sin are moral things. Moral things that people should know. You are married. If you have this any sense of decency, you know you are married. God bless you. Somebody said, why do we have lawyers? They are bearing false witnesses. Lee Joker, the number to call is +1 240 351 9287. That's the number to call. Kí ni mú ń sàn gí sọ? Thou shalt not call the name of your God in vain. Somebody just mentioned that now. That is if you are saying something. Okay, that particular thou shalt not call the name of your God in vain. All the lies the pastors have been telling, they know the truth. But all those things were written by men. All these things we are talking about, most of them are just moral things that ordinary person should know. It is not as if you do it, the consequences are on you. Nobody is sending you to hellfire for it. Nobody is sending you to, and that is why your pastor's life contradicts everything we are saying. They lie. Your pastors lie. Your GOs, they lie for a living. Their life is just like the life of marketer. Have you seen any marketer that is not lying? Anybody selling products that will not lie to sell the products? That is why their life contradicts what they say. They know the truth you don't want to accept. They know that there's no fire anywhere. That's why their life contradicts everything about what you are saying. They know saying that you carry the Bible put for head. They know saying a woman being right arm. They know the Genesis. They know where it's coming from. And they just, and when they're learning, all those things you are talking about, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not shake in a they are moral things. Civil things. You go and steal, they catch you, you go to jail. You buy somebody, you go to jail. You bear false witness, they catch you for serious case, you go to jail. Thou shalt not lie. Everybody has an altar of lying. There are some things you will not come out to say yes. You will paint it smoke. So, ẹ̀yin lẹ mú fire 10 lọ tó ń gbé yín lọ o. Tell me one of your family member wey go fire. I mean, na only Oyinbo dey go fire. Na only Oyinbo go heaven come back. Why be say na only them? Give us the narration and definition and picture of heaven and hell. And yet, in this dispensation, how many years they don't write that book? So many things. We didn't talk. Nothing happened till now. The only one you say, he said, the Bible has said it in the last days. No, this is, yes, you might call it last days. It is just awareness. They know a time will come. People will start questioning. Our own question, they are not really making much noise about it because it didn't affect them as a society. The reason why we are talking much about it is what it has affected us so much, and our people capitalize on it and destroy a lot of things. That is why it has become a discussion in our midst. That is why it has become a discussion. And years ago, they were discussing it too. Decades ago. So what we are going through now, they have gone through it too when they started. And that is why today, they are converting churches to business centers, commercial centers. That is why today, what they wrote in that Bible, they are doing it. Their bishops are doing it. Their pope are doing it. Their reverends are doing it. So, we don't ask question. We don't ask questions. Nobody ready to answer. But all in all, the little one way we don't do. Your pastors are living the best of life. Their children are living the best of life. Now you then they cage. Imagine people that the likes of Baba Kumuyi told that to watch TV is a sin. Today, most of these things you are calling sin, most of these things they are telling you, they are all man-made. They are all nothing but man-made. That is why today, they are the ones that told you, pray without ceasing. Tell me if Oyinbo they pray without ceasing. They use that one to get you busy and focus on what does not exist. What will not add any value to your life as a woman being that is still living. I mean that when you die, you want to enjoy. Tell me one person for your generation, we don't die, we come back and tell you as the place to be. Tell me somebody from your generation where you know. At least there must be history of your people too. We go heaven, come back. Why be saying that only you go get history of people we go come back? Why? Why? You know, say for this place, we know they judge in a question we they ask. So be used to our question. Why? Why be say the things where they tell you, they are planning for years to come. They are planning for years to come in their own setting, in their own community. Now we for our place, we they wait for heaven and hell. Baba Kumuyi, 50 years ago, was telling his members not to watch TV. The same people are watching TV today. The same people, they are watching TV today. And for every religion has this man-made rubbish. Different types, it may not be the same thing, no.
My name is Aunty Adunni. I'm a video director and TV producer of Akomolowe on African Magic. Keep watching Drivetv.
Olólùfẹ́ Drivetv àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí Fẹ́mi Sola ẹ máa wo Drivetv. Keep watching Drivetv.
My name is Wole Agba. Taking this time out to tell you all that you keep watching Drivetv. What drive ẹ̀wọ̀n ní ògo ẹ̀? What drive ẹ̀wọ̀n fulfilment? What drive ẹ̀wọ̀n ní tó bá lọ? Ó ní iṣẹ́ rìn. Ibi ni kò máa wò Drivetv. Thank you. Chloe.
Drivetv, driving you around the world.